So Mike Daisey, welcome to Dallas.
Great. Are these supposed to be glowing?
Well, you know, it's up to you. Do you want them glowing?
No. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything screwed up. I'm sorry. My apologies.
They're not connected to anything.
No, that's good. That's good.
Just fun.
All right.
So you're performing at the Water Tower Theater coming up.
I am.
During the Out of Bounds Festival, what's it called?
Out of the Loop.
Out of the Loop Festival.
Out of the Loop Fringe Festival.
Have you performed at that venue before?
No, I never have. I've actually never been to Dallas. I've only been to Texas twice.
Oh, well, welcome.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you here. And you'll be here for like 5 days, right?
Yeah, something like it. So about that. I've got 5 nights of performances, and I think there's a day on either side, so better part of a week.
Great. You'll get to see all the usual Dallas tourist attractions.
I am hoping.
Yeah, I don't know what those are. So
I don't either, but if anyone, I will.
Okay, well, briefly tell us what it was like working for Jeff Bezos.
Well, it was a remarkable thing because I was young and I never really belonged to an organization before, and one of the things they were looking for in those days at Amazon was true believers, people who could really invest themselves fully into their jobs, sort of throw their lives away on something. That was the commodity. That's what people wanted. You want to get something done. You find a bunch of young people who are possibly a little overeducated and don't really know exactly what they're doing with their lives and give them a direction. And so I thought we were changing the nature of commerce forever. And I dedicated myself to the job that way. And so for me, Jeff, at that time, was very inspiring. And he's a very sharp, very clever guy, very witty, and very open. Very open up to a point. And over time, I realized that we were not changing the nature of commerce forever. That really was like Walmart, but it was online. And so that sort of began a process of disillusionment. But while I was there, there was a lot of strong feelings, about the company and about him. It was very much a cult of personality at that company.
Wow. Do you think there are people still there that started with him? Does he tend to retain employees? Do you know?
Well, what's interesting is that he did for quite some time, but over the last 5 or 6 years, the very last elements of the old guard were there when I was there have pretty much left. So now the company bears no resemblance, really, to the company that I was with when it started. And in a way that makes sense, because I would argue that the company that was started was really an elaborate shell game. Like, the company was begun under the idea that through books, like the idea that by selling books online, physical books, that you would create some sort of fundamental good, and that really was like a bookstore but on a massive scale. That obviously never came to fruition, and that they do sell books, but they're now only a fraction of everything that Amazon does. Really, what Amazon became is a monolithic store that sells, what do you want to buy? That's what we will sell you. Yeah. Amazon sells my book about what is wrong with Amazon, which sort of like captures the essence of the fact that they don't care what they sell, and and it's really that inhumanity about the caring or not caring about what you sell that began to turn me off from the business, because I really did come into it in part because I wanted to work at a bookstore, a very unique bookstore, but that was the place. And a lot of the early people had that same vision, and so when that didn't come true, a lot of them left.